We've enjoyed a delightful stretch of weather on the entire week, no exception out there on this Thursday. Of course, morning clouds quickly gave way to full sunshine and blue skies, and the nice weather is going to hang around in the week. Now, weekend, that's when we start to see some changes. To the plus side, how about highs in the low 80s for game day? Should be awesome for tailgating. I think it's mainly going to be dry. Can't rule out maybe an isolated shower or two, but really the bulk of what we've been advertising with this next storm system, windy, wet, and cooler, that is going to be for the second half of the weekend. Note the lack of any cloudiness at all here in central and eastern Kentucky. Just blue skies and sunshine, high pressure settling in over the Great Lakes and now the northern part of the Ohio Valley. Sun on the way down. Pretty shot in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse here in Mount Sterling. We're at 68. Winds again today. Been persistent out of the north and northeast, and you can feel that breeze at times. The Kentucky Mesonet side, Jackson County near McKee at 66. Of course, kind of peaked out with our temperatures already, with it being about an hour and 20 minutes away from sunset. We're in the upper 60s to around 70 here in the Bluegrass, low 70s down south. So really feeling good for the mid part of October. So there's the area of high pressure now. It's on the move, and as it settles to the southeast, winds are going to eventually shift around to the south. That's going to be key for the upcoming weekend. There's that frontal boundary gathering strength in the upper Midwest coming out of the Rockies, and that will be the big weather maker here across the central and eastern part of the country into the weekend. Tomorrow morning, a little bit on the chilly side, 40s, mid 40s at that, but then we flip things around. More of a southeast wind will boost temperatures back up into the mid 70s. Once again, we're in great shape. Week 9 of high school football. I think some clouds begin to increase. We stay in the 60s. Of course, this time tomorrow we'll be live out at Roosters on Richmond Road with Football Friday tailgate, and should be another good day for it. So the main system moves in on Saturday, but we're in a good spot. Notice the bulk of the rain and storms staying out to our west, low to even mid 80s. It's going to be breezy. Winds are going to be gusty, 20 to 30 miles per hour. The front sweeps through, it cools off, and the winds are actually going to be a bit stronger behind the boundary. I'll show you that in a second. Solid blue forecast. We're in great shape for tailgating. And look at this, for a night game at Kroger Field all the way to deep October, it's just unbelievable. The temperatures are going to stay in the 70s through the game, so it'll be comfortable. Now, there'll be wind to deal with. Another bit of good news is we got another decent rain event on the way to the tune of an inch and a half. We'll take any rain we can get during this drier part of the year that we typically see. And look at what all that heavy rain early last week did. It knocked the drought out completely here in the Bluegrass, just abnormally dry down around Lake Cumberland. Severe threat Saturday in yellow out to the west. Now, yeah, the level 1 does come up all the way just west of Lexington, but I think the timing's critical with it being in the early hours of Sunday. That works to our advantage because we lose a lot of the storm energy and instability during those early hours. But look at the wind gusts Saturday, even during the evening. So that could impact the kicking game, passing game as well. And then once the front sweeps through, look at some of the gusts. 30, 35, even 40 miles per hour on Sunday. So the wind's really going to be whipped up before it eventually begins to back off as we close out the weekend. 44, mostly clear, chilly tonight, 74 tomorrow. A nice way to finish out the week. Extended forecast here. Again, low 80s on Saturday, and then here comes the rain, storms, wind as well. Things settle down on Monday, and then another system, but just lower end shower chances, and then we'll cool off again the mid part of next week with highs back into the mid 60s.